Obi-Wan Kenobi, Part 5, the single episode of the Disney Plus series, is some of the best Star Wars television that has ever been put to screen. In my humble opinion, of course. Let's dive into it. The first thing I want to point out is the last time we got two lightsaber battles simultaneously screen to screen was Yoda versus Palpatine and Anakin versus Obi-Wan in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The two lightsaber battles that connected, really more of a training session, in the death battle between Darth Vader and Reva and Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi was some of the best choreographed lightsaber combination sets of skills that I have ever seen. It was so good. It was absolutely masterful. Hayden Christian, hats off to him. He absolutely did not miss a beat within the 17 years that he has been away from this role. That behind the back twirl, his signature move, is so masterful. I love it. It is one of the main core reasons that drove me to become a Star Wars fan all those years ago, was seeing his skills with a lightsaber as a child. Myself personally, I was never a fan of the Rey versus Kylo Ren lightsaber battles. The big, broad, looked like they were swinging canoe oars at each other. Just the bashing, just the clumsiness of it. I was never a fan of it. I was always more of a fan of the more graceful, mastery of the Jedi saber battles, of your Mace Windows, of your Yodas, and your Palpatines, Anakin, Obi-Wan. I was always more of a fan of that. And I feel like this is the first time in so long since Episode 3 where we really got masterful lightsaber battles. We got kind of close with the Mandalorian and the Ahsoka Tano lightsaber battle, but it just didn't really hit the mark like this episode did. And I was so mesmerized by the training session of Anakin and Obi-Wan specifically. Revelations. As no surprise to anyone, Reva has been revealed to be a youngling that survived the slaughter of the Jedi Order during Order 66, and she is utilizing the Empire literally to try to get her revenge against Obi-Wan Kenobi for specifically failing Anakin Skywalker and allowing him to fall to the dark side, and Anakin Skywalker himself for slaughtering basically her entire family. Makes sense. So that adds an entire complete new character dynamic to her person. So can we maybe please stop hating this character so much as a collective Star Wars fan community? Can we stop the hate? I'm just asking, man. Please, we don't need to get hostile. I'm definitely on the side of I have enjoyed her character through the majority of the show. Yes, during those earlier episodes, there was some kind of weak line delivery. Maybe motivations weren't exactly clear. But as the show has progressed, I feel like the character has gotten better and better with each passing episode. For me, it was almost like she had a bit of internal conflict going on, like the light was still pulling on her and she couldn't officially commit herself to the dark side fully, kind of like Kylo Ren. Now, to jump right from Reva to the lightsaber battle between her and Darth Vader, can I just, calmly state that the Force mastery of the dark side of the Force that Vader possesses when he utilizes it in any capacity, especially in a lightsaber battle, is one of the core reasonings why I became a Star Wars fan in the first place. From seeing the Anakin Skywalker trilogy to progressing to see the original trilogy itself, to playing Star Wars The Force Unleashed, to progressing to see the new trilogy, to the shows, to just all walks of Star Wars. Just whenever we get to experience Vader utilizing the full might of the Force, him pulling a hair glider out of the sky. What? Come on, man. I am fully confident in saying if you, as a Star Wars fan, didn't enjoy this episode, controversial statement, I don't even consider you a Star Wars fan if you pick and nitpick this episode like crazy. Come on, bro. There's no way. That's why I waited so long to talk about this show on the channel. I was waiting for this type of moment. Him pulling a glider out of the sky, ripping it apart with the force, and then them still being able to get away because he was so focused within his inner turmoil and in his inner anger to get to Obi-Wan. Masterful. That is classic Star Wars to the T. You got to love that. Why did you even become a fan in the first place? And not even mentioning that every time Reva swung her lightsaber, Vader literally stopped and with his power in the Force. And then when she switched to the double-bladed saber and tried to do that sneak attack on him with it, and he easily dodged out of the way. She tried to use the spinning function of the blade, and he literally stopped the blade spinning in place just with his might of the Force. Snatched it out of her hand with the Force, ripped it in two, and then kind of just looked at it, and then he kept one and tossed her the other half of it just to say that, listen, I at least want some kind of a fight. Can you give me some kind of a challenge, please? Just toying with her. Just playing around. That's classic Dragon Ball anime. Like, you're nothing to me, but I at least play with you for a little bit longer. It's so good. This episode was so good. I was beside myself. Every emotion of why I became a Star Wars fan to begin with was in this 45 minutes moment of a Star Wars glory. Truly it was. I cannot wait to see how this series ends. I hope we get a season 2. And just to mirror the fact that Anakin and Vader took Reva out literally the same way. Of course, he's not dead because, of course, we've all been hearing rumblings that Reva is going to get her own series as well. But just being able to witness this on screen was just magical. I'm fully on the side of we all have to be fans of this show. Now, you may not have liked the entire series. I know a lot of people hated the first couple of episodes. I understand that. That's always been kind of the issue with today's generation. Most people are more about the climax and they don't want to go through the journey of getting to the best part of something. Where I was born in a generation where you have to work for the best parts of life and going through and experiencing the journey, then you get to the best parts. That's how this show has gone for me. You go through, I wasn't really a fan of that. That could have been better, so on and so forth. Then you get to an episode, and most likely episode 6, where it's the full climax of what they've been working towards. And if you stay with something and continue to give it a chance, then that's where you receive your reward. And I think Obi-Wan Kenobi has been a perfect example for that. And of course, it's not going to be what everybody wants right off the bat. This man has been gone through 10 years of PTSD. His entire family was murdered. He lost everything. Of course, it's going to start out a little bit slow for him to get back into the thick of things to become the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we knew from episode 3. And then on the other side of the coin, we have the character Reva, who literally shrouded herself within the confines of the dark side to basically survive in this new Empire world, only to find out that she's been played like a fiddle by the Empire to get closer to find out where Obi-Wan Kenobi was hiding, because Vader could sense that she had an obsession with him and Anakin Skywalker. That's brilliant writing. And it just kills me that people are all over these comment sections on Instagram, Facebook, social media in general. That's terrible writing. The story's terrible. Come on, just no. You just have to be patient. Let the story unfold before you pass your final judgment. That is so important, especially with Star Wars. As long as I've been following this franchise, it has always been like that. You have to let the story unfold before you pass your judgment. People were under the assumption that the story was about Obi-Wan babysitting a child Leia and Reva just trying to hunt them down, where nope, flip it on you. The story is actually about Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Reva and their relationship, or how they used to be Jedi, and where life in the Force has taken them. And it is coming to a cataclysmic finish. And I, for one, absolutely cannot wait to see how it unfolds. Oh my God. I know I'm a Star Wars fan for a reason. If you could just ignore all of the negativity and accept it for what it is and see the good that Lucasfilm and Disney is trying to produce, I promise you can get some good out of this franchise. Even you old heads that don't like anything but the old trilogy, I promise, man, if you give it a shot and just try to bear with the story, it will come to fruition and what it's trying to get across. And that, my friends, is why I call this show a masterpiece. That's right. Now, let's open up the comment sections. I'm sure a lot of you are going to have plenty to say. Please keep it nice. Please keep it friendly. If you be hostile, I will just delete your comment. So bring out a respectable opinion. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Do all that cool YouTube stuff where you like it, you share it, you subscribe, get to it, man. Let's do it. YouTube.com/MarkJack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You guys allow me to do what I have always loved to do, explore my childhood and receive a small monetary income for it. And I couldn't be more grateful. My friends, may the force be with you, and I will see you on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.